Welcome to Garage 3030. This is the Veteran, and we're getting ready to tear it apart. Welcome back to Garage 3030. Today we're going to start on a project that I've dubbed the Veteran. It's a 1950 Chevy coupe. And this car has a lot of really cool history with it. This car was started and revived by another YouTube channel. I was able to purchase this vehicle from Richard and Christina at the YouTube channel What the Rust. They did a couple different episodes on this vehicle, so go back and check their videos out, give them a like, and subscribe to their channel. A lot of cool Will It Run videos, so check them out. There'll be a link in the description. So the whole goal with this car is going to be a restoration, but we're actually going to work on putting a new chassis underneath it, new drivetrain, interior. This is going to be a long-term project. There's going to be many parts to this build. The reason we call this car the Veteran, or I've dubbed it the Veteran, this car came from a gentleman who was a Vietnam veteran. He purchased this car, drove it. It was revived for him, and then he passed away. So we want to give tribute to not only him, but to all veterans. And we do appreciate their service. So we're going to do some really cool things with this. The whole goal of this car is just to make a really cool cruiser that looks decent. Not a 100-point restoration. It is going to have modern drivetrain underneath it. Like I said, it's going to have an LS motor in it. We want to make this car where we can just fire it up and take it wherever we want to take it. So today will be the first of many parts to this series. We're going to try to make these videos to where they're informative and we can kind of get through them and just do the timeline of what the video is all about. Okay, the car's in really good shape. I've done a few things to it. Of course, I've put the wide whites on the car. We're not sure which ones we're going to use on this. I've got some low profile ones. I've got the ones that I put on it here. We want to keep the flavor of the car, but of course upgrade it. There's a lot of things the car does need though. Body work though, it's in really good shape. The bottom of the doors are kind of rotted out on it. But as far as major rust, there's not a lot of major rust in this car. It's what kind of got me interested in it. I didn't want to have to repair every panel on the car, but of course the doors will probably get replaced just simply because the bottoms of the doors are pretty rotten. Let's open it up and kind of give you an idea of what we're looking at here. The interior is going to have to be completely redone on the car. Of course, it's got the factory dash. It does have the original style seats in it. The trunk on the car is solid. There's been some work done on the trunk itself. Really no rust holes in it. Looking down the sides of the car, it's in fairly decent shape. Does have a visor on the car. The glass will have to be replaced. Go ahead and pop the hood on this, show you what's under the hood. It has the 216 in it and a 3-speed. The wiring, of course, all is going to be replaced. We're going to rewire the whole car. They kind of did a crude 12-volt conversion on it. I have got a full wiring harness for this car. We're going to put modern brakes on it. We're actually going to do a frame swap on this car. So we have a donor S10 extra cab that we're going to do. Going to be pulling the frame out from underneath it, getting it grafted on, the body grafted onto it, and then doing the LS swap. So this is going to be a long project. It's not going to be something that we're going to get done in one episode for sure. So I hope you like and subscribe and click the notification so you can see when these new projects will be coming out. I'm going to give you a quick peek of the S10 that we purchased for the frame swap on it. This is a 94 S10 extra cab. It's got a bad motor in it. Body's in actually good shape. Sorry, I'm not going to be using the body on it. But the frame is a 121-inch wheelbase, and the car's wheelbase is 115. So we're going to have to do some frame shortening on it to get it right. But I don't think that's going to entail a whole bunch. These S10s, I've worked with them quite a bit and built a few S10 race cars, so I know the platform well. So I think it's going to be a fairly straightforward swap on that. So what we're going to do today is we're going to just start taking it apart. Hood's going to come off, fender's going to come off, doors are going to come off. We're going to get it ready for to get this body off the frame, so we can pull this frame out as one piece. We're going to leave the motor and transmission bolted into it, trying to make the body as light as we can so we can get it up and move it around. You'll get to see some of the tricks that I've learned to get these things separated, and we're going to get started on it now. These hoods are definitely heavy, but we're going to do our best. Wires were frayed in here. It was just definitely looking for a fire of some sort. But as far as rot goes, I was really expecting to see a lot more than this, especially on the inner structures. The old car is pretty solid. Let's work on getting these doors taken off. So we're going to get the other fender off. We ended up getting the door and the fender off the passenger side. So now we're going to work on the driver's side. Everything attaches to this apron, so it all comes apart. We got to take apart the hood, the grill, as we did last time on the front. We got our little shop helper in here with us today. Reese is our rescue puppy. She's quite old. But she likes to come out to the shop. So she's out here working today. As you can see, these sheet metal screws that they used back in the 50s. So actually goes through the front fender. So like I said earlier, this is going to be a long-term project. This isn't something that is going to be in one episode. Hopefully in this episode we can get at least the outer body panels off, get the fenders, the doors, the trunk lid, the hood, and then we're going to hopefully get the visor off, everything that's attached to the car, so we can get it up on the lift and start working towards there's always something hiding in here that you just got to search for. Hopefully we can get it to where I can get it up on the lift and then work on getting the body disconnected. Also need to get the interior completely out of this car ahead of time. We are going to keep the standard style seat. We want a bench seat in the car, but definitely going to have it reupholstered along with the door panels, new carpet. We're just going to try to make it a really cool driver. Of course, the interior on it is it's all 1950s. It's pretty cool. I'm just getting into these into the 50s cars. I've done a little bit of everything. I think I've done I had a 30 Dodge and a 48 Merc. Done a lot of 60s cars, but I have yet to be able to do a 50s car. So I said, might as well just get it done. So what did I do? I went out and bought 2 of them. So along with this one, I bought a 51 Styleline, and that Styleline, hi Reese, that Styleline will be a different style of car. We're gonna make it a little bit faster and try to do a drag and drive with it. So right now I'm just trying to figure out where all the bolts are for this grill. It goes back up underneath the grill. I'll tell you, one of the best purchases I've made recently was an actual body manual, a Fisher body manual. And most of the old guys always remember the body by Fisher. That was on all the cars all the way up into the early 70s. And they actually make a repair manual that that details how every piece of trim is connected to this car. So all the body panels, anything that was done on the body, I actually purchased that, and it's been helpful. If nothing else, it's just kind of neat to look at the old diagrams and pictures that go along with it. These have clips on the bottom. Well, that was nice and loud. And we're getting closer. sure how these, kind of looks like they just go directly into the drip rail. Yep, sure enough, they just drill right into the drip rail. Make sure I save these. I have to bag and tag all my bolts. I love the way these visors look on these cars. They were aftermarket, but it's just neat to have an original aftermarket piece. And this was something you could probably buy back in the day from J.C. Whitney or Sears even. It's crazy, some of the stuff. This just looks like it just clamps over the trim. There we go. It just has a small clamp here that just pinches that trim. So, kind of cool. Little things to take off, and then we'll get the interior stripped out and then get it up on the lift and get the body separated. So we're moving right along. We were able to get quite a bit accomplished today. We got the hood and the doors and the deck lid off along with the visor, and looking forward to getting some more done on it on the next episode. We appreciate you stopping into Garage 3030. And of course, like and subscribe. And if you can, hit that bell notification. That'll let you know when a new video drops. These videos will be coming out fairly frequently. And we want to take you along for the ride. So thanks again for stopping by, and we'll talk to you next time.